Okay, hello everybody. Hi. Okay, online, hi. Okay, last week I asked you team by team discuss about this IKEA, then answer with this case, and then answer these three questions. By the way, have you been IKEA? Yes. By the way,
Yeah.
the mask, please. Yeah. That is a requirement, right? You know, wearing a mask inside. You don't need online because your place. Okay. Last week, team one lead the discussion last week. Today, I will pick here. Yeah, Ryan is here. So team four, Ryan, can you answer questions? Did you meet your team members?
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot of email, but yeah, we had a discussion about IKEA.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to an IKEA. I've driven by it plenty of times, going up and down the turnpike, but I've never been to it.
Oh yeah.
So it was interesting to me.
Okay, good.
So the first question is, what are IKEA's competitive priorities?
Mm-hmm.
So we made note of it was good quality at a low price.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to keep making its offering less expensive, so a re-evaluation, if you will, of the end product, and we'll get to some other examples in the next couple of questions, but always making sure that things are less expensive.
Mm-hmm.
While making a key note that they didn't want the customer to feel like they were buying something that would make them feel cheap.
Uh-huh.
So, but the price point was at the top of the list.
Uh-huh.
Their entree is a low price with meaning, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
Meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How about, okay, good, thank you. So the comparative priority of the IKEA is price, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Any other team additional opinion other than the price?
Good quality.
Good quality? I think IKEA's product is not high-end quality, relatively, because it's cheap, but not cheap product. Kind of affordable product, but cheap. So we feel it's cheap, right? So, but the quality itself not very high, I think. How about my opinion? Is it right about the quality of the IKEA? You agree? Okay. And number two, describe IKEA's process for developing a new product. Any team volunteer about that? Yeah, okay.
So we designed the concept for the new product. They want to create a price point for the product, gather people to review the design, materials, colors, and more to figure out ways to spend less and to make a product.
Mm-hmm.
They want to figure out how to save money in the process of manufacturing, transporting, and storing the product. They want to create the product and ship the product and they want to put value of the product to match the customer's value. And they want to give that customer kind of a homey feeling when they're purchasing a product.
Good. Any additional opinion? By the way, in class now, we are like this. Okay. Using a classroom computer is better. So discussion and show whoever the talk better. Okay, how about number 3? What are additional features of the IKEA concept that contribute to creating exceptional value for the customer? Have you been IKEA? No? No? Yeah.
Yep.
I tried to find the IKEA and just a moment. Where are you? IKEA website, then I may find the location now. I think somewhere it has find the location. Now we are here. Here in Scranton. So I think nearest one is maybe this one in Philadelphia and New Jersey. I've been many IKEA stores. I've been there. I've been there near the Newark. And this one, yeah, I went there too. And then Long Island one, and then Pittsburgh one, and California, Los Angeles, and in Atlanta, I went there. So at my home, my furnitures, many from IKEA. I like the assemble. So IKEA usually 2-story like warehouse type, and then go upstairs, second floor. Then usually there is a cafeteria, and then display area. So if you want something, then like a checklist, and the kind of the product number, and then later go down to the first floor. Then there is something like warehouse type, so stack like a box type. So in design perspective, IKEA, because we are here, And then no IKEA near us. So if I need whatever furniture, then if it is a big one already assembled, then we cannot carry it ourselves. But IKEA sell as a box. Then it's required to assemble at home. But we can carry it, right? So that is one additional, other than the price, the design, the box type. So even IKEA is away from us, we can still buy. So that is no additional, I think, design perspective. And one more thing, I like to go there early in the morning. I'm a night owl, so I cannot get up early. Usually get up late. But if I go IKEA, then usually go. My wife asks me to go there early. Sometimes they, not always, they give like a free coffee in the morning. And then the cafeteria food, nice. And then cheap. So we go there, breakfast there, coffee, and buy something. Even we don't buy, we go around and then look at next time, like that. So it's like a theme park. So section by section, like a kitchen section, and bedroom section, living room section, and so on like that. So display is nice. The layout also kind of the cafeteria and layout IKEA store. It is also an additional feature. Okay, I think that any additional opinion about IKEA? Okay, good. And then today's lecture chapter. Okay, now you can see PowerPoint online.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So because I don't use two monitors, so I check if you okay. By the way, I changed some our schedule. So I uploaded, revised our schedule. Online, can you see syllabus?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what happened? Something, just a moment, I make it better looking. Okay. So today we will cover chapter 7, including part of supplement 7. And next week, chapter 11 and 12, and so on. Then I like to make next week's online only. next Wednesday class online only. So if we can, then it's like 1 week in class and simultaneous, and then 1 week online only, and so on like this. I don't think now we are among us infected, but some students. So make it less. If we make, then less contact. So 1 week online, 1 week in class. So online students, that doesn't matter, but the in-class students, if you agree, then I won't make 1 week online only, 1 week in class, and so on like that. What do you think? Is it okay? Okay. Thank you. So next week, online only, because next week's chapter 11 and 12 somewhat long. Today also not very short, but next week 2 chapters, long chapters. So that will be better.
As a question,
yes.
So at the end of October, you were going to go to online only. So we'll do this alternating for the next couple of weeks and then just online only towards the end of October.
School asked us until before the Thanksgiving, try to make it in class.
Yeah.
So up to that time, alternate, and then after Thanksgiving or online.
Yeah. Okay.
So chapter 7 about process strategy. Process strategy is one of the 10 strategic operations management decisions. So why process is important in operations management? First, what is a process? Definition is any part of an organization that takes inputs and transforms them into outputs. So up to this point, take inputs and transform into output. So this is operations. So process is operations, but not all operations is in a process. To be processed, greater value to the organization than the original input. It's like that. Using $100 input and then do something, transform and then output value is $100. That is no operations, but not process, because output value is same or less than input. So process should be value added. After do something, operations, the output value should be greater than input. That means process is kind of value adding operations. And cycle time, the average time between completions of successive inputs, units. Okay, take one, produce, done, 10 minutes. Next one, same one, maybe 10, 11 minutes. Next one, 12 minutes. Add all process time, 10, 11, 12 divided by 3 equals average is 11. So cycle time means kind of completion time. And utilization, when we say utilization in process, the ratio of the time. if I have 10 employees, and then 10 employees work 8 hours per day. So total available labor time is 10 times 8 equals 80 hours. That is my kind of capacity to use, but they work like 50% because of COVID-19, whatever. So my process utilization is 50%, 0.5. Work 40 hours divided by 80 hours. So utilization is about the time, And types of process, single stage process, multiple stage process. Single stage process is all of the activities are involved in a process using a single cycle time. When I multiple stage process, multiple groups of activities that are linked through flows. If we go this time, fast food, only drive-through or take-out is available this time. So that is kind of ordering process. Order, receive, and done. So single stage process. But if pandemic is okay later, open and regular time, we go there and then order, receive, and then sit and then eat, right? So ordering process done, but next process is eating, sit and then eat. And then eating process done. So multiple groups of activities linked together. That is multiple stage process in a manufacturing company like in the automobile companies. Engine shop produce engine, done. But that one moved to next stage, like in engine room, place and connect. And so engine room, done. And then move next like that. So usually manufacturing company has multiple stage process. And process strategy, organizations approach to transforming research into goods and services. This is operations. And create a process that can produce offering that meet customers' requirements within cost and other managerial constraints. So in limited resource, try to make it cheaper, maybe better, faster to meet customers' requirements. So operations management, but using better process. So that is process management and process strategy. The process selected will have long-term effect. So this one is kind of long-term. Design process is kind of long-term strategy to make it better, cheaper, faster, efficiency and flexibility. Okay, there are 4 types of process strategies based on variety, types of product, how many types of product, and then volume, based on how many, the variety and volume of each product, we can divide 4 kind of dimensions. If many different types of product, but each product, the volume is small, then we should use process focused strategy. And then if there are many types of product and then each product volume is also many, we should use mass customization process strategy. And then not many medium types of variety and volume. Kind of many, but like repetitive means same product again and again. That case, using repetitive process strategy. And then not many types of product, and then volume is large. Then we should use product focused strategy. Other side, like low volume and low types of product, usually we don't have that kind of strategy. Process focused strategy, low volume, high variety. So we call this situation as job shop type. Job shop type. Tailor shop. Come customer and then measure and then design and then make a suit. Next customer, different size, different color, different shape, type, whatever. Next customer, different like that. So many different types of product, but each customer's volume is in a small size. Maybe one, sometimes two, the same. So that case, focused in terms of equipment layout and supervision. So sometimes the tailor shop, one person do everything. Maybe two or three workers do divide part and part like that. So equipment layout is important. How move fast like that, flexibility, because many different types of products. And then process is designed to perform a variety of activities and handle frequent change. So we call this intermittent process. Change, because many different types of products, so they need to change fast. That means high flexibility. That is focus process focused strategy. And then repetitive focus, classic assembly line, usually such as car manufacturer, automobile companies, and then appliance companies. Same products come, assemble next stage, and so on like that. So usually assembly line is line type. So move the product on the line, like a straight line. And then widely used in assembly, virtually all automobile companies and the household appliance, because repeat the same one again and again. And it has more structure and consequently less flexibility, because the line is set up and then 18-month machine set up already. So it's harder to change it. So less flexibility of this type of strategy. and product focused. This one is similar to repetitive, but we call this focus, product focus strategy as continuous process. Because same type, like the same type on flow, like the bottling shop or oil company. Flow, same one, again and again. Similar to repetitive, but assembly line type, stop, go, like this. But this continuous process is flow continuously. So this is the difference between repetitive and product focused continuous process. And mass customization, many case, many different types of products, and then each volume is large, many and large. This case use kind of module concept, and then the latest stuff concept like that. We will talk about this mass customization strategy later when we cover layout part. And then in process, kind of problem, buffering. Buffer means kind of storage area between stages, between activities. This time, not many that case, but sometimes when internet connection is not good, then sometimes show something circle go around like that. We call that buffering. So in the internet environment, somewhere in the system, there is a storage area. If the speed is, internet speed is okay, buffer doesn't need. But speed is not fast enough, then the circling buffering means store the information or data in there, and then a certain level, then send out like that. So circling, and then like a video, play well, and then stop running, and then play, stop, play, stop like that. So in a process, the same. If there is no buffer or not enough buffer, then there are two possible problems: blocking and starving. Blocking, when the activities in a stage must stop because there is no place to deposit the item just completed. This case, if station A or stage A use 2 minutes per unit, so if it takes 2 minutes per unit, then in 1 hour, 60 divided by 2 equals 30. So this station's capacity per hour is 30. How about this? 15 per hour. How about this? 20 per hour. Okay, if this is the buffer, every hour, 15, 15, 15. Because this one sends 30, but this one can handle up to 15. So every hour, pile up 15, 15. Later, if there is not enough storage area, or there is no storage, then this process stops. There is no place to deposit the item just completed, blocking problem. So uneven capacity can make a problem, blocking problem. And next one is the starving problem, this case. This one send 15, but this one can handle up to 20. It's like the circling, and then play, stop, circling, and so on like that. So sometimes in this here, stop, go, stop, go like this. So this is starting problem. This is blocking problem. So uneven capacity can occur, blocking and starting problem if there is no buffer or not enough size of buffer. And next one, bottleneck. This one is bottleneck problem also. This one can handle up to 30, up to 30, 15, 20. So looks like a bottleneck. So somewhere here pile up, but here starting problem. So if there is bottleneck in process, blocking problem and starting problem can be occurred. Types of process: make to order and make to stock. Make to order only activated in response to an actual order. Nowadays, we can buy Dell computer at Sam's or Walmart offline. But earlier, we could buy Dell computer only online or by calling. Dell computer, at the time, Dell computer didn't didn't have the finished product. When a customer click whatever option, then Dell computer starts produce customer's order. That is make to order system. Both work in process and finished goods inventory kept to a minimum. Because they don't make final product, so there is no final product inventory. When customer asks, then make and then send. So less minimum size of inventory if they can use make to order system. Make to stock system, process activated to expect or forecast the demand. Forecast next week, next month, future, if they need 1,000, just make. And then inventory, and then at times come, then send out like that. Customer orders are served from target stocking level. So by forecasting stock and then send out like that. So make to order system, make to stock system. And then nowadays, many companies try to make order and stock system. Some part make order, some part make stock, order and stock. That is a hybrid process. Such as McDonald's, even it is service category, but they produce hamburger and so on. So patty already made, bun already there. We call that module and a component. Then customer asks, then start making a final product. That is kind of mass customization strategy. Don't make the final product. Make a component or module, and then customer come and then make a final product. That is hybrid process. Earlier, Toyota company tried to use this hybrid process. They didn't make the final product car. Customer asked color, such option. They already have the component and then assemble. And then send out to customer like that. So, but failed. So anyway, if they can use a hybrid or make order system, then inventory cost low. Measuring process performance. To measure process, if they are good or not, using productivity. We talked about productivity earlier, right? Output over input. If the same input level, more output, better, higher productivity. In that case, a higher productivity company process perform better. And the efficiency, I don't know if you remember that. Efficiency, cost. If they can make it cheaper, then efficiency improve. So like productivity, same output using less cost, then efficiency high. So efficiency high process is better performed process. Setup time means if we are somewhere like in Alabama, then I can set up that visiting the factory visiting time. I went to the Hyundai plant tour a couple of times. Hyundai produce in that factory multiple models using only one line. So two different models, Sonata model and Elantra model. So they said certain night, stop process and then change process to make a certain product. Then certain night, stop and then change. So that is a setup time. So setup time, the time required to prepare a machine to make a particular item, different process and so on. So less setup time process is better. One time, the time required to produce a batch of parts. Usually, manufacturing company doesn't produce type A, one of type A, one of type B, one of type C. Not like that. 1,000 type A, after that 1,000 type B, and so on like that. So the time required to produce a batch of parts, batch of product, that is runtime. Like a type A, it takes 10 minutes per item. Then 1,000, 10,000 minutes. That is runtime. So anyway, time matter, shorter, better, right? And operation time, setup time plus runtime. Setup time plus runtime, that is the operation time, shorter, better. And throughput time, total time, including every time, setup time, run time, waiting time, break time, whatever times, include all times, total time is throughput time, shorter, better. Process throughput time with reduction. How can we reduce total time? Perform activities in parallel. Do you remember concurrent engineering? If we can design process simultaneously or parallelly, then we can make it faster. Change the sequence of activities, such as A, B, A, B. Type A, after that type B, type A, type B, then we need setup times, 3 setup times. But if we can change A, B, B, then we need only 1 setup time. Then we can reduce total time and reduce interruptions. What can be a cause of interruption? Such malfunction, right? So maintenance is required to reduce interruptions, maintenance and preventive management and so on. We will talk about maintenance later. Okay, next part, the part of chapter 7 supplement part, capacity. When we say capacity, the ability or the amount, the ability. Actually, these classrooms now, it's like in 24 more. But now, because of the coronavirus situation, one seat, one student to maintain a distance. So 12 students can sit here up to. So that is capacity, the ability to hold, receive, store, or accommodate. That ability is capacity. And the amount of output. Certain process or certain activity can produce like a 10 per hour. The amount is capacity. Strategic capacity management, determining the overall capacity level. If we need about the demand, okay, simple calculation. If we go Walmart, then we can see about 20 pay stations, except that the self count. If there are 20 pay stations, then each pay station can handle, let's say, 20 customers per hour. So up to 400, 20 times 20, 400 is capacity of that store. But, you know, I've never seen all pay station open. Sometimes 10, up to 10, sometimes 5 at night, late night, 1 or 2, like that. So average customer size is like 200. Then 10 up to 10 pay station need, but 10 is like an cost, unnecessary cost. And then the other side, if capacity is 400, but 800 customer size, then long waiting line, and then sometimes lose customer. So opportunity cost. If enough capacity, then sell more. But limited number of customer, the pay station, less customer capacity than actual demand, opportunities cost. So either way, cost. So determine the right size of cost capacity. That is strategic capacity management. Capacity utilization rate. Earlier, when we talk about utilization, that was the time matter. In this capacity matter, utilization rate is about this best operating level. Capacity used divided by best operating level. Best operating level is not maximum capacity, not maximum capacity. Best operating level means average unit cost is minimized. So if we increase volume like this, to produce something, if we need $1,000 machine, using this $1,000 machine, produce one, then unit cost is $1,000. It's hard to write. If we produce two, then unit cost is 1,000 divided by 2 is $500. Three, then 333, and then 4, 250, and so on. So if we increase volume, then unit cost decrease, but sometimes increase again. This minimum lowest average unit cost level is best operating level. And then usually maximum capacity is right side of this best operating level. If the process or operation is human resource, more use of human resource, that is the service process or service system, then 70% of maximum capacity is best operating level. If use more machine, manufacturing operations or system process, that case 80% of maximum capacity is best operating level usually. Okay, next. Economies of scale, this is economies of scale. If we increase volume, then up to this best operating level, average unit cost decrease. So if our capacity or volume is here, then increasing is better. If we increase, then unit cost decrease. So left side of best operating level is economies of scale side. On right side of this best operating level increase, then unit cost increase. So if our volume or capacity is here, then decrease capacity or volume is better. So this side is this economies of scale. So that case, at least don't increase the capacity. experience curve, learning curve looks like this. First time, if we do first time, whatever, then we don't know how to do it. That case taken more time, taken more cost. But next time, do it the same one again, repeat, then we know how to do it from previous experience or learning. Then next time, less cost or less time. So we call that experience curve or learning curve. Looks like this. We will talk about this later in chapter, I don't remember, but anyway, later, quantitative part. And capacity planning, considerations in adding capacity. If we need more capacity, increase capacity, we should maintain system balance because like this, go back to the, we use that, this one. So this one's capacity is like 30 per hour. This one is 15 per hour. This one is 20 per hour. So because of this one capacity, the system, the total system's capacity is 15. So 5 is unnecessary, 15 is unnecessary, like this. So increase this one up to 30, but still, because of this one, 20. So like a 10 unnecessary or cost. So increase this one 30, and finally 30 like this. So when we consider increasing capacity, adding capacity, not one station. Balance is important. The frequency of capacity, when we add capacity, when we need, just add that much. And the next time, again and again. So increase capacity small by small or gradually, or sometimes increase like this, and then wait until we need next level of capacity, increase a lot and so on. But we cannot say which one is better, gradually or quantum leap. We cannot say is because based on market condition, economic condition, types of product and technology availability and so on. If they want to increase like this, at the time technology is not available, then use small by small like this, or their capital availability, budget availability, and so on like that. So we cannot say which one is better, but at the time about that situation, consider small by small or a lot, and next time a lot like this. And additions, external source of capacity. If they need more capacity, so using own resource, like inside. So we call that insourcing. Our class is business school class. So supposed to be at McGowan building. But because this time we reduced the capacity of the classroom size. So not available there. So we came here. Liberal Arts Center. So that is additional capacity using external source of capacity. Two types, outsourcing and capacity sharing. Outsourcing and capacity sharing difference. Outsourcing, even though we don't have that function, but use others' capacity or function, we can use that. Manufacturing companies, Hyundai and Kia in Alabama and Georgia. I lived there, and then sometimes I drive to from Montgomery, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia. So Kia is in the middle of that between like Alabama and Georgia border, about there, Kia, and then it's on the Interstate 85. So when I drove from Atlanta to Montgomery, then I can see the sign, Kia Boulevard. And then there, Kia Assembly Plant, not manufacturing plant, assembly plant. And then in Montgomery, in the city, near the I-65, there is a Hyundai. Then when we drove there, then I can see Hyundai Boulevard and then Hyundai manufacturing plant. Kia is assembly plant, but the Hyundai is manufacturing plant. Because Hyundai plant, at that Hyundai plant, Hyundai produce engine. So manufacturing plant. But Kia doesn't produce anything. All parts from outside, outsourcing companies. So Kia doesn't have producing engine function, but still bring an engine from Hyundai plant, then assemble a car. So that is outsourcing. Kia doesn't have function to produce panel, to produce the instrument panel, door panel, engine, whatever. But still make it. That is outsourcing. Capacity sharing. We have the function, but not enough capacity. So use others' capacity using our function, make something. Kia and Hyundai, at Hyundai plant, Hyundai produced two models, Sonata and Elantra, Hyundai cars, passenger cars. At Kia plant, Kia produced, assemble, actually, Kia Sorento model, and then Hyundai Santa Fe model. So Hyundai need produce Santa Fe, but not enough capacity. So use Kia plant capacity, produce Hyundai car there. So many cases, I'm not sure still Toyota do the same, but earlier Toyota used in California, Chevy plant, Chevy plant produce Toyota car there, like that. So that is capacity sharing. So difference, we don't have function but use others. That is outsourcing. We have the function but not enough because of not enough capacity, use others' capacity. That is capacity sharing. Okay. And theory of constraints. Usually, resource is limited. Money, capacity, labor, everything except the air. Because of the limited resource, we should allocate right place, right time, and so on like that to make it better, cheaper, faster. So that is the theory of constraints. In limited capacity, limited money, limited part, and so on, physically or non-physically, anyway, allocate right. Many cases to minimize cost, to minimize time. We will talk about this constraint theory when we cover linear programming. So how to allocate resources in terms of minimize cost, minimize time, maximize profit, and so on like that. That is the theory of the constraint. That's all for tonight's lecture. You have an assignment. In chapter 7 folder, a case chapter 7. Looks like this. Rochester manufacturing's process decision and process strategy at Wild Coach. And there are three, one here and then two questions, discussion questions. The same, individually read cases, then meet your team member, and then make one team answer, okay? The same, so, and then next Wednesday online, then I will ask team by team, what's your team's opinion, what's your team's answer, and something like that. So maybe later, I will give you an assignments individually, but still team-based. So I just let you practice teamwork online for a team project. Okay. Okay. Any question?
I have a question, Dr. Kim.
Okay.
For the assignment question, it says, as a production manager for RMC, what do you recommend and why? So what kind of recommendation are you looking for in terms of what?
Just read first. So this is about the process strategy case. So read cases, two cases, and then you will realize what recommend you can do, okay? So read first. Okay, thank you. See you next Wednesday online.
Thanks, Dr. Kim.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, good night. Okay, good night.